Hello, this is Indonesia di Sekitarmu from Bahasa Learning Center.
My name is Indi,
And my name is Donna.
and we will assist you in learning Indonesian today.
Yes, in this very first episode, we are talking about greetings and farewells in Indonesian. Do you know that every language has its own unique language culture? So for an example, as an English speaker, when we meet a new friend, we would like to greet them by saying hi or hello, while shaking hands with them for a couple of seconds. Alternatively, in a more formal situation, we would like to go good morning or good afternoon as an expression of warm greetings.
When the conversation is over, we tend to finish the conversation by saying goodbye or have a nice day to the person we just had a talk to. This is an important step before you can have easier and more natural conversation with local Indonesians. Do you want to know more about it? Without further ado, let's find out.
Yes, and we will start this discussion by the expression of greetings. An interesting fact, similar to the English, Indonesia has 4 different greetings that are used throughout the day.
However, what distinguishes Indonesian language to English is the timetable. Let's start from the first word we have to learn today. Selamat pagi or good morning. We generally use this phrase from 6 a.m. when the sky is still dark to 10 a.m. The term selamat pagi is rather used in formal communications. Alternatively, we can just use like pagi in an informal situation. To give an example, we can use it in a sentence like this. Selamat pagi semuanya, or good morning everyone.
Yes, that's correct. And the next one is selamat siang or good afternoon. We generally use it from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Quite different compared to the English, isn't it? Similar to the previous example, you can say selamat siang in formal conversation, or you can just say siang or for informal communication. To illustrate more specifically, listen to this sentence. Guru Bahasa Indonesia kami menyapa semua murid dengan bilang selamat siang. It means our Indonesian teacher greets us by saying good afternoon.
Let's move on to the next phrase, that is selamat sore or good evening. We use this phrase from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. when the sun is going to set and the sky starts to get darker. It actually works the same as the previous 2 greeting phrases. You can use it in both formal and informal situation. In a more formal situation, you can use the whole phrase of selamat sore. You can just use sore in a more informal situation. Let's look at the example of using this phrase in a sentence. Sekarang jam 4 sore, meaning it is 4 in the evening.
Yes. And the next one is selamat malam or good evening or good night. Interestingly, we use good night quite differently. Good night in English typically refers to an expression of farewell. However, in Indonesian, we can use both as greetings and farewell. We generally say selamat malam at 6 p.m. to midnight. Selamat malam sounds a bit more formal, and you can just say malam instead to sound more informal and casual. As an example, konser Malik and The Essentials mulai jam 8 malam. Vokalisnya bilang, selamat malam semuanya. Meaning, the Malik and The Essentials concert starts at 8 in the evening and the lead vocals greets good evening everyone.
Now, the last phrase we learned through this episode is sampai jumpa or goodbye. As you might have guessed from its English translations, sampai jumpa is an expression used in farewell. After meeting new or old friends or family or basically anyone, you can say sampai jumpa to farewell to them. There is a simple option of saying this word, that is dadah or dah. We Indonesians normally say this in informal situations. Then, how to use it in a sentence? It is very easy. Let's take a look at this sentence. Anak-anak bilang dadah setelah selesai bermain bola, meaning the children says goodbye after playing football.
Okay, well, you finally learned how Indonesians greet and say farewell to people. It is quite different from English, isn't it? Especially in terms of its timetable, of when to say the proper greetings throughout the day.
There is a fun fact actually about the timetables in Indonesia which correlates to the greeting culture in the country. Indonesia is geographically located near the equator lines, which therefore makes the dawn and dusk times stay almost the same throughout the year. Therefore, our greeting culture primarily depends on the time, which is different from the set of timetables in another country.
Yes, alright. Now you know how to say good morning, good afternoon, evening, good night, and goodbye in Indonesian. Not only have you learned about expressing greetings and farewell in Indonesian, but you also just learned the culture of greeting and farewell in Indonesia.
Great! I'm pretty sure you learn more about Indonesians every day. As the time is up, I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. Stay tuned on basabasa.id. Goodbye for now.
Dadah.